Oh, Jan Rosenow is a professor of energy and climate policy at the University of Oxford, who joins us live. Welcome to the News Hour. What does this moment, these first few hours, the first day, actually, of this fragile ceasefire mean for oil, for gas, for fertilizer, and much more, everything that goes through the Strait of Hormuz?
We have seen gas and oil prices fall quite steeply over the last 24 hours, about 15% plus or minus, depending on the market. So that's been a significant change. But of course, it remains to be seen what happens over the next 24 hours, because we've just heard in your report that indeed the strait is still largely closed, and the expectation that it will fully reopen may not materialize. So a lot depends on sort of where that is going, and that will drive energy prices in either one direction or another. And this is not necessarily reflecting real shortages, but it's an expectation of what will happen next that is currently being priced in.
And how much damage has been done since February the 28th?
Oh, a significant amount of damage. I mean, we expect that it takes at least a couple of years, maybe longer, for production to resume fully. At least that is what government officials have been telling us from the Gulf states. And that means that we will have reduced production from the region for quite some time to come. And even if repairs were happening much more swiftly, we also have that big backlog of hundreds of ships that still need to reach their final destinations. So even if the strait opened fully tomorrow and the repairs were happening very swiftly, there will be a backlog. It will take time. And also we've used up some of the emergency supplies, of course, to fill the gap. So restocking that will also take time. And all of that will keep prices at an elevated level for some time.
And what has this done to, let's say, I'm speaking to you both in the UK, for countries like the UK, for Europe, to really think about their energy security?
Oh, I think it's a déjà vu moment again. We've been here 4 years ago. I remember exactly the same discussions after the invasion of Ukraine by Russia, when we lost a vast amount of natural gas that was coming through pipelines to Europe. And we have exactly the same discussions now. And in the short term, of course, there's a scramble for diversification, finding new supplies from other countries. But what we're also seeing is consumer demand for solar panels, for electric vehicles, for heat pumps. Also, industry is reassessing how they use energy, because people do understand that this is a risk. Relying on imported fossil fuels from far away is a risk that is difficult to control, whereas if you have homegrown energy, renewables and electrification, you insure yourself against these risks much more fundamentally.
Thank you so much for that, Jan Rosenow, speaking to us there from the University of Oxford. Really appreciate your time and all your comments. All right, that's a wrap of your